Hey everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs. I have a Valentine treat box for you today. Isn't that cute? Look at what I've done to that heart. I have embossed it with a basket weave embossing folder. So cute. You know, if you do a circle like this, it looks like a cookie. Very cute. Or a pie. It's very, very cute, that basket weave. Now, would you like to know what's inside? Inside are Tastykake tender loving cakes. Isn't that cute? I've never seen these before. This is the first time I've seen these. I got them at Target, and then I did see them this week also at Walmart. So I love to give treats that are not very expensive, and these were not very expensive. There's 6 in a box, 6 packages, so you could get 6 gifts out of about $3, which is great. All right, well, let's get started. Let's make our our box first. And by the way, if you hop over to the link in the description, you'll find this PDF over on my blog. It's on a Facebook Friday post where I did a Facebook Live. Under the last photo, click on the link and you'll get the PDF. Here it is, all the products and the measurements that you're going to need for that box, okay? And 2 other projects in case you want to make some other things. All right, for the box, we're going to start with a 7 by 7 1/4 inch piece of cardstock. Now notice that's almost a square, but it's not, okay? So when you're doing the measurements, look for your long side first, which is 7 1/4. And on the 7 1/4 side, we're going to score it at 3/4, 3 1/4, 4, and 6 1/2. Then I'm going to turn it on the 7-inch side, and I'm going to score it at 3/4 of an inch from each side. So 3/4 and 6 1/4. Now, if you don't want to give these tasty cakes, you could do lots of other things in here. You could just do little candies to fill the box. You could play around with some of the Little Debbie snacks to see if they fit in here. You could put dollar bills. If you're giving your Valentine treat to maybe a child, a grandkid, or a college kid, right? They love money. All right, I have burnished all my lines. We all love money, don't we? I have burnished all my lines. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut each of these tabs. Now another thing I'm going to do to them is cut them at an angle. All right, so just a sliver off of each square like that. That reduces the bulk, as well as if your sides are, you know, a fraction larger than the other side, it won't show. And that happens to me a lot. All right, so trim and trim. This is just your basic clamshell box. The lid is going to go right over the bottom. And when you're designing a box for a project, for a candy or something, I always take it and I measure how wide and how long, and that's how big this section is. And then I see how tall it is. So how tall does the box need to be? This one, I found that 3/4 of an inch was perfect. So then you make the sides the width of how tall it is, and then the edges are the same width as these, how tall it is. Just a little tip. All right, now you're going to want to use a really strong adhesive like tear and tape. Don't use snail on your boxes, you guys. You'll be so sorry because it'll come apart. So I'm going to use tear and tape, and it's aptly named because you tear it with your fingers. It doesn't require cutting, which is nice. You can just tear it after you put it down, and it's the exact right length that you need. But these are just little small pieces, so I just tore them. All right, now get that white piece off. You'll see I'm using the tip of my scissors. Sometimes my nails will not pick up that white piece, so my little handy paper snips from Stampin' Up! Do the trick. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to fold these in to this side. And it doesn't matter which you do, just one of the middles, or the 2 middles, and then one of the ends. You could have done this side, it would have been just fine. Okay, so see how I've done that? Now we're going to do the same thing right here to these. let's see, I'll tear it this time. Put the tape down and tear it. Put your tape down and tear it. Now, let's use the scissors, or you take your pick tool. I always think I can do it with my fingernails and then I fight with it. There we go. Now you're going to tuck these in to these sides. Right, like that. Okay, and then we'll put that in, and ta-da, it closes shut. All right, see how that works? So if you can't find the Tastykakes, again, fill it with any kind of candies you want. All right, now let's close that up. I have cut a piece of the Golden Honey Designer Series paper. The black and white stripe is my favorite. This paper is free with a $50 purchase during January, February, March 2020. And I keep choosing this one because I want to use this pattern over and over and over again. The others are great too, but this is definitely my favorite. Okay, now we're going to take our braided linen trim. By the way, the measurement of that Designer Series paper was 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. But remember, it's over there on that PDF. Just go print it or save it. You know, if you're like me, I write these measurements down on a Post-it note and then I immediately lose the Post-it note. All right, there we go. So I tied that around to keep it closed. Then we're going to make our little tag. Now I have already cut out the gold stitch circle. This is the second largest stitch circle in the set out of gold. I'm going to use my Whisper White. These two are called the Heart Punch Pack. You can see they're big, and they're nesting. The solid one will fit in the scalloped one. So the scalloped is Whisper White. The red is Real Red. And I'm going to get my die cut machine over here. I'm going to pull out that basket weave folder right here. Now, if you're using a Big Shot, you need to pull out your regular platform, not your magnetic platform. If your embossing folder says Sizzix on it, you don't need a special plate. Stampin' Up! Has switched over suppliers and they're no longer using Sizzix. So if you buy a new one and it doesn't say Sizzix, you'll need the special purple plate adapter. But mine's old, so I don't need that purple plate adapter. I'm going to put that red heart in there. If you have questions about that, let me know and I can help you out with that. And there it is. So cute. It's like a little red pie on the top of that. Now let's layer all of these together with dimensionals. Now I wanted a very small sentiment for this. So I'm going to use this set called Forever Lovely. And it has a very small Happy Valentine's Day in there. You could use other stamps if you'd like, but I really like the way this one fit on here. And I'm just going to stamp it in Memento Black. Happy Valentine's Day. Punch it with the classic label punch. This is a great one to have on hand. Look how easy it makes that. Okay. And then let's get our little mini dimensionals right here, or baby dimensionals as I call them, the little babies, and adhere that right across there. And then we're gonna sandwich this ribbon here. I'm gonna put the dimensionals on either side. That way they can untie the ribbon and pull it loose, but the little tag will stay on there. And there you have it. It looks like that's a little bit crooked, doesn't it? Let's fix it. There we go. All right, you guys, a cute little gift box for the Tastykakes, tender loving cakes. I think these would make a great Valentine treat for anybody. Now hop over to my blog and grab that PDF and make your own. Please let me know if you have any questions, and happy Valentine's. Bye-bye.